down we can see the astragalus, a shrubby plant that forms their thorny pillows 30 down 60 cm and actually to 2 meters of diameter. It has composed leaves with a thin and thorny point. Opposite instead we can find a typical tree of the South Europe, the black pine. It's a native plant tall up to 30 meters in the form of a pyramid and a light head of hair. It introduces a little branched trunk with a thin branches and the bark is a bit thin. Another kind of tree is the birch, an arboreal plant that reaches the height of 4 to 15 meters. The bark has a vivid color cream, while the flowers are of a yellow color in the masculine samples, green clear in the female. The birch tree finds its habitat on the Mount Etna. The conifers are characterized by vivacious colors. They are arboreal plants with leaves of dimension reduced to the form of a needle. Opposite, we can see the most important tree of Mount Etna, the chestnut tree of the 100 horses. It's a millennial tree to the entry of Sant'Alfio and it reaches 22 meters of height. The Lake Maulazzo is a small artificial lake of around 5 hectares reverting in the park of Nebrydis. Instead, the Ploritani Mountains are set between the southwest Etna side and the Strait of Messina to the east side. The Peloritanis, together with the Medonese and the Nebrodi Mountains, belong to the Appennino Siculo. Among the trees, we can find a lot of mushrooms, like flap mushrooms or Amanita muscaria, a Polonius mushroom. These are capellini mushrooms, another types of Polonish mushrooms.
Here we are now to see one of the most suggestive places close to our own town, a beautiful canyon built by water during the centuries. This place is called La Grotta del Drago. It means literally the Dragon Cave. Nearby the path which takes us to the cavern, on the right we can see many orange trees, as well as vineyard and olive trees. This means that our land is almost flat. Walking down the streets, on the right, we can see orange and lemon trees, which are typical of the Mediterranean environment. They can stand very well, both wind and rain. The cavern is not natural, but it was born thanks to the earth crust rising. In the earliest centuries, water flows dug through the limestone, and in the prehistory, it was likely to find inhabited locations and burial grounds. An evidence of that could be the calcareinides we will come across soon. Now, down the left, there are calcareinides with fossil intrusions, and on the right, there is the entry of the Dragon Cave, which is a little bit dark. Up on the left, we can see a group of Opuntia ficus indica. Down the right, we can see umbelliferous plants, carob plants, and oak trees. In addition, there is a group of alien plants, which is to say foreign plants and trees, as eucalyptus and ailanthus trees. We can suppose that throughout the history of the canyon there have been Sicilian, Greeks, Romans, and Byzantine settlements.
We are along the Oxina Creek inside the canyon created during the centuries by the erosion of the rock by the water. Here we find a rich fluvial vegetation of aquatic plants and mosses. There are typical Mediterranean plants of our territory such as the Glandulus euphorbia and the oleander, famous for its poisonous leaves and to be able to withstand the elements. There aren't real trees because of grazing animals. The particularity of this area is the presence of lava rocks that are called piled lava that have cooled very quickly by the water about 1,000,000 years ago. Lava emerged from those that today we call the Iberian Mountains. We can also see the basin of water where the river creates vortices and digs the rock and then jumps through waterfall. It is called Giant Silencer. Here we see cactus that grows on the rocky cliff where inside there are aspen trees and bushes. Behind us we can see the presence of the oak tree. Here we are in a geosit that was formed in the Pleistocene as a result of underwater and subaerial volcanic activities. The vegetation is typical Mediterranean with agricultural introductions related to the cultivation of citrus and olive trees.